Have you ever picked up a golf club and had no idea where to begin? My name's Tanner Hughes, and I'm standing here in the brand new Back Nine golf location located across from LaFortune Park here in Tulsa. I'm a local PGA teaching professional. We're going to talk about some basic fundamentals so that you can get going next time you're at the course or at a cool indoor place like this. Let's get into it. So when you set up to a golf shot, it's of utmost importance that you set up exactly the same every time. If you can't get into a consistent setup, it's going to be really hard for your ball to do something consistent. So we're going to talk about the basic fundamentals of golf as it pertains to setting up to a golf shot. These fundamentals are your grip, your posture, your stance, your ball position, and your alignment. So first, let's talk about your grip. When you grip a club, you want to put your hands on it similarly to how you'd shake somebody's hand. When you shake somebody's hand, you don't put your hand on top or underneath. Your hand is right on the side, your thumb's on top, and you meet their hand on the side. We want to grip the golf club the same way. So you're going to start as a right-handed golfer with your left hand, and that left hand is going to go on the very top of the club. Again, we want it to go on the side with our thumb on top. And this club is going to rest in our fingertips, not our palm. So we're going to put it in our fingertips and then have our hand on the side. A good way you can see if your hand is on the side of the club and not on the top or the bottom is to just open up your hand and see where that palm faces. My palm is facing directly sideways, so I know that palm is on the side as I grip that. Now I'm going to take my right hand, my bottom hand, and put it right underneath that the same way, where my right hand covers up that left hand thumb, and then it is also on top of that grip. Now, we want our hands to really work together as a unit when we hit a golf ball. So there's 3 ways you can grip this club that help them work together rather than independently. We don't want to hockey grip it like this because this gives all this kind of movement for the 2 hands to work separately. We want them to work together as a team. So you can put your hand, your left hand and your right hand, right on top of each other like you would hit a baseball. This is called the baseball grip or the 10-finger grip. Absolutely okay to use this. You just want to make sure that one hand is rested on top of the other. Now, the other way you can grip is called an interlock grip, where you take the index finger of your top hand, your left hand in this case, and the pinky finger of your bottom hand, and you link them together like that. This really helps connect them, helps them work as a unit. Some people find it a little uncomfortable, though, hooking their fingers together like that. Now, the last one is like that, but it's called the overlap grip. And instead of locking these together, I'm going to take the pinky finger of my bottom hand and just rest it on the index finger of my top hand. Now, all 3 of these are just personal. You got to mess with them, see what works best for you, what's most comfortable for you is really a good place to start. But that is how you grip the club. Like you shake hands on the side, we're not turning our hands this way or this way. On the side, thumbs on top. So now you know how to grip a club. Let's get into talking about how to stand when you're hitting a golf shot. So to stand, we don't want to stand straight up looking down like that. We want to get an athletic stance where our spine is straight but it's slightly at an angle. This will allow us to turn our body as we swing and stay in balance as we do so. So how we find that perfect amount of spine angle is by standing with your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to just slightly relax your knees. You don't want them too bent because then you're going to bob up and down as you swing. But just slightly relaxed knees. We're going to take our hands and we're going to put them flat on our thighs. And then we're going to hinge at the hips until we touch the very top of our kneecaps. And then we're going to stop hinging. From there, I'm going to let my hands hang underneath my chin. And this is the posture that I want to stay in regardless of what club I have. So we can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. But what I mean by that is when we're talking about the distance that I want to stand away from the golf ball, it is all relative to how long your club is off of that posture you just stood in. So if I get in that good setup with an iron, I'm going to get up to this ball to where the ball finds itself in the middle of that club face. But my position, how my posture is, hasn't changed at all. Now if I grab my driver, I'm going to get in that same exact posture, but now that that club is longer, I have to make up the difference with how far I stand away from the golf ball. So the distance you stand away from the golf ball is all relative to getting in that perfect posture and then how long that golf club is off of that. So that's your posture and your ball position as far as your distance away from the ball. Now let's talk your ball position as far as where it should go between your feet. Now, again, it's different with an iron and a driver, but with an iron, I want to have this ball somewhere in the middle of my feet where I can hit the ball first and the ground after. The driver, because it's bigger, it's longer, it's designed to hit it really far, we want it towards the front of our stance so that that club has a chance to catch it on the upswing as we swing through there and hit it as far as it can possibly go. So last but not least is your alignment and how you aim your club and aim your body for your golf shot. So what's really, 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 really important, and what I see a lot of people getting backwards, is the idea that we want to aim our golf club and then set our body off of the golf club. A lot of times I see people, they come up here, and just for reference, we're aiming for this ball on a tee right here. That's what we're going to set up to. What I see a lot of people do is they come up and they give it one of these, where they check the line of their feet and their body, and they want to point that at the club or at their target. Then they set their club down. Their club is parallel with their body, but now their club isn't going anywhere close to where they want it to go. What we really want to make sure we do is we learn to aim our club at our target. So we're going to set our club down on a line that's perpendicular to our target, and then our body lines, so the line between our toes and the line that our hips and our shoulders stand on, is going to be parallel to that line. That's going to help us swing straight onto the ball with a club face that's pointed in the right direction, and that's going to help us hit it to our desired target. So those are your fundamentals. We've got your grip, your posture, your alignment, your ball position, both distance away from the ball and where that ball is at between your feet. So give those a shot next time you're at the course, and I'll catch you at the back nine.